Hello gamers, I'm Kevin, and welcome to a draft. We're playing Cube Draft right now, finishing up an old one. 5-1, and we kept kind of a weak hand. Scalding's Horn can at least get us a Surveil land. Hey, what up, Law? Thanks for your input. The world of magic. Awfully generous of you. Supply your opinion. And thanks for coming through. I'm in the middle of a draft right now. We're going to start a new one after I finish this one. It looks cool, it plays cool. Since Sphinx of Forgotten Lore lets him play another Swords to Plowshares. Yeah, pretty strong. Guess we'll keep gaining life. Maybe we can top deck one of our big guys. We have several 6 and 8 drops that can get us back in here. Rip a pack for you. I'll rip a pack for you as soon as this draft is over. We'll start a new pack. Start a new draft. It'll be a virtual pack, but it's a pack. Doing stuff to us on our upkeep. Track with the boys. You're saying Tarkov? Oh. Yeah, I mean, I could turn on stream for Tarkov. Sounds like madness. But I could definitely do it. That game's been fun. I've been getting kills lately. I'm pretty bad at Tarkov, though, as much as I love the game. Brutal. Our opponent took a forest off the top of our deck. That was awfully kind. Yeah, that doesn't quite help in this situation. And I'm holding this Wooded Foothills because I have a bunch of landfall things that it could matter for. What would make me perfect for the Tarkov audience law? Big dad energy? Yeah, that's fair. Hmm. See what we can do here. Okay. We might not be quite dead yet, but we're pretty dead. Calm, chill, logical. That does describe me. In Tarkov situations, though, how calm I am? Well, I don't know. I'm pretty calm playing Magic. Tarkov's intense. And we block. Probably should have mulliganed. We got pretty unlucky with our draws, though. We just drew a bunch of lands this game. Either way. We should have mulliganed for something a little bit more explosive. Well played, Chrysos. We stumbled, you did not. And this looks much better than that last hand. Bitter Blossom. Shit. I think I'm gonna take a forest here. Forest lets me play Nissa and make a plant to block with. Next turn I can play Ledger Shredder and Leyline Binding. Get rid of this Bitter Blossom. We let our opponent make a single 1/1. Yeah, I did rip some packs on stream once. It didn't seem to be much of a hit. Make my opponent spend mana if they want to hit Nissa hard. A little weird discarding that land. Probably should have discarded Crater Hoof Behemoth, but with Ill-Timed Explosion and Crater Hoof Behemoth, I can pretty much kill everything. Really focused on killing Nissa. Get rid of a land and the Dark Confidant. And just keep making blockers, I guess. Opponent's throwing all their resources to get rid of Nissa. It's a worthy effort. To make a food now. Ill-Timed Explosion. It'd be nice if it drew me a 3-drop. And if I draw something interesting that I want to play, I do have a land. I might need Unnerving Grasp to respond. Maybe Crater Hoof Behemoth can hit the hay. It does win games, though. I really like the idea of playing Primeval Titan next turn. I'm pretty far away from 8 mana. Just gonna deal 8 to everything. There we go. Hey, Dream Dragon Ari. What's up, friend? Playing some Cube Draft, my favorite format. Very exciting. You can have that back. I'll manifest Sublime Epiphany in the chance it gets bounced to my hand. Doctor Strange? Which Doctor Strange are you guys watching? I love all those movies. Doctor Strange is one of my favorites in the MCU. It's good to me. Definitely like Omnath. Hell yeah, that's the way to do it. One by one, you're gonna make your way through the whole multiverse. That's awesome. The first Doctor Strange is excellent. Enjoy, and thank you so much for thinking of me and stopping by on your snack break. We're 5-2. I'm gonna finish this one up before diving into a new draft. Thanks for the lurk. All right, here we go. It's game time. It is game time. We're doing things. That's a pretty good one. That might be a little bit better than Primeval Titan here. Because I get to grab a land from the yard. Hit him for 4, and then set up another triple landfall for next turn. Plus, Bonnie Paw has reach. Gonna be an excellent blocker for terrors. Good game, Nosferatu. All right, we're 6-2. Can we get our trophy with this cube deck? So far, I've got 2 trophies, a 6-3, and this. This cube draft is really fun. All the landfall matters. Really cool. My first draft was a red-white Boros deck that took advantage of putting a bunch of lands in the yard for Flage. The next one I played with Bristly Bill. And the one after that I played with Bristly Bill too. Omnath has been fun. This is the second Omnath deck I've built. And I am quite impressed. I wish he had more landfall triggers after the third one. But what can you do? This is a very unique cube, being so landfall oriented. No fetches, but I do have a board wipe and a good 2-drop or 2. This hand looks pretty decent. I guess I get to play that on turn 3 and leave up mana for one of the dudes. Or it lets me double spell with Ledger Shredder. Yeah, let's start getting our Ledger Shredder going. I will take 0 damage. Can't stop you. I don't think that wiping the board is what we need to do here against our opponent, so we're going to discard that. Oh, nice. Opponent also has a Malcolm. What did you think it just won't block? Maniac? I think there's a Brazen Borrower. I guess it doesn't matter. I'm attacking anyway. We can't play any of these cards in our hand, but we'll be able to Sublime Epiphany next turn. So that's something. Can't cast Omnath without white mana. Yep, our opponent's drawing a lot of cards. That is for sure. I wonder how badly they need that black mana. I can't just play spells into their open mana. They haven't cast anything. They're a blue deck with counter spells. So we just keep dealing damage, keeping up our Sublime Epiphany, letting our opponent draw a million cards. It's not ideal, but at least they had to discard to size last turn. I imagine this gets countered, but then at least we get to resolve Primeval Titan next turn. Or not. We'll see about that. Spell Pierce. That's a pretty good one. See if they get us. I mean, they've drawn a million cards at this point. What can you do? Nice. Yep. We're getting beat by a control deck here. Tameo has drawn them an infinite number of cards. And we missed our 5 mana turn where we had a chance to do something important. He took Uro from the yard? That's wild. It's like we're going down 6-3 here. Right, I already got rid of ill-timed explosion. I don't even think I have any untapped lands to get Omnath with. Yeah. Oh well. All right, that was a fun one. Now, let's dive into a new draft. Welcome, gamers. I'm Kevin. Let's hop into an Arena Cube draft. This Arena Cube pool is incredible. There's multiple copies of each of the dual lands and the fetch lands, so you can make your mana base beautiful. You can play however many colors you want. It's a really fun drafting experience when you have to worry about getting lands in addition to your spells. Let's do it. All right, pack one, pick one. I really like how the aggressive decks look in this format. Legion's Landing is pretty good for that reason. There's also a Marsh Flats here. Marsh Flats kind of gets the job done in your aggressive Boros decks. Might be a slightly better pick than Legion's Landing here. The 1/1 body just doesn't have all that much relevance. Legion's Landing is kind of slow. It's good, but hasn't aged as well as some of the other good 1-drops. Okay, we started with Marsh Flats. What's next? We've got a Swords to Plowshares, a Nissa Ascended Animist, Polluted Delta, Wooded Foothills. Pack's got a lot of nice stuff. I'm looking at a Wooded Foothills. Perhaps a Polluted Delta. Nissa seems very good, but very expensive also. I would rather be low to the ground with this set. I'm going to take Swords to Plowshares. Very good removal spell. It's cheap. Exiles. It hits everything. Them gaining life doesn't matter that much when you're in a value-based format like this. Ashiok Nightmare Weaver is a beast. I feel like it's a little bit slow for this aggressive format, but you know, my interest is at least peaked. I feel like I like the idea of being in an aggressive red-white deck a little bit more. Now, Ashiok is strong. Playing some sort of Esper control deck. I don't know how that really plays out in this set. Maybe we could figure it out. No, actually, I gotta be too slow for this. I like Bone Crusher Giant. Kills mana dorks, kills flyers. It's huge. Who's this? 4 mana, draw 2 cards. That's pretty cool. Fading Hope, Meticulous Archive, an Obliterating Bolt, a Ranger of Eos. Also a Malevolent Rumble. I might just take Malevolent Rumble for the fact that this pack's kind of weak. I guess Meticulous Archive isn't bad. Keeps us open for more than just red and white colors. Here's a Sphinx of Forgotten Lore. The card is quite strong. I like Mockingbird a lot too. Now that we have this Meticulous Archive, I'm gonna take this Mockingbird. Okay, what's going on here? That is expensive. Looks strong though. Memory Deluge. We have a Trumpeting Carnosaur. It's a pretty decent card. There's also Jetmir's Garden. I'm gonna take that. A red and a white land to be searched up with. Hello, Kari Zev, Crew of 2. This card's really fun. There's also a Path to Exile, but I think that card is significantly worse than Swords to Plowshares. There is a fetch land in this pack, which is very tempting. We're going to wheel something out of here. Maybe Showdown of the Scalds, maybe Glory Heathlinks. Karizev seems like it's probably weaker in a cube than it is in its usual setting. We're going to try it. Karizev's awesome. Key to the Archive. Rada's Firebrand. Prismari Command. Between Prismari Command and Key to the Archive. Key to the Archive is awesome. I'm going to take Prismari Command, I think. I'll take Key to the Archive. It is a better card. It keeps us open for doing other things. Here's an Ossification. A chance basic lands only. Here's a Guardian Idol to follow up that Key to the Archive pick. Yeah, I like Guardian Idol here. A bunch of blue, red, and white cards coming around. I'm going to take this Hallowed Fountain. Rain Surge, Sensor, General Crete. What's this? Oh, yeah, there's another Goblin guy coming around, right? The Goblin Rabble Master. General Crete is a pretty awesome card when you have tons of goblins. I'm going to take that in case we get past the other goblins. Ranger of Eos is a 4-drop. I don't know. I want more out of my 4-drops than a 3-2. There's that Rabble Master doing goblin-y goblin things over this Sphinx of Forgotten Lore. Yeah, I think that's fine. Zealous Conscript's on the wheel. That card's awesome. Alright, what are we doing here? We have all these ways to splash for white, but we don't really have any white cards yet other than swords. Phantasmal Image is pretty sweet. No More Lies, a little weird. Yeah. I think a fetch land has my heart here. Maybe the Sacred Foundry instead. Nah, I'll take the Arid Mesa. That seems good. Here we go. There's a Brimaz, King of Oresco, Seasoned Pyromancer, Chandra. There's a Reanimate. That's interesting. Thalia. I'm going to take Seasoned Pyromancer. I think that card's very good. Refills your hand. Makes a bunch of 1/1s. It's what you want to be doing in an aggressive red deck. Plus, whenever another creature you control... This is an Impact Tremors built into this thing, so... Helping Hand gets me back a Rabblemaster or General Crete. Ledger Shredder is a good 2-drop, though, that actually lets me go through my deck. And then there's Kythian, and I don't think Kythian's really that good. I don't think Helping Hand is actually going to be worth taking this early. So it's either Ledger Shredder or a fetch. I guess Kellen is a consideration. Put it in your graveyard. I'm going to take Ledger Shredder. Tome of Gadwick. I think this card looks sweet. It's kind of low impact. 2 mana, give the creature +1/+0, ward 1, but every time it attacks, you get a cantrip spell, and that's pretty cool. I see this Steam Vents that I'm pretty interested in. I see this Chandra Torch of Defiance that I'm less interested in. There's a Lightning Strike. Ah. I'm gonna take a Steam Vents. We'll get spells. We'll get spells. We just gotta make sure we can cast them all. Impetuous Lootmonger is a good card. Elegant Parlor here. I don't love passing, but we do have a bunch of lands already, and Lootmonger's good. It steals something from your opponent. Embercleave. Embercleave, Embercleave, Embercleave. I guess we do make a lot of creatures, don't we? I want to wheel this Hellrider. Elite Spellbinder, I think, is the best card here in this pack, but Embercleave's really close. And I do make a lot of creatures. I'm going to see if I can steal some games with Embercleave. One more Dracosaur. Expensive, but it does win. Ooh, there we go. Magda, Brazen Outlaw. Over this Jewel Mine Overseer. We need 2-drops. And this happens to be one that produces mana, too. Alright, No More Lies on the Wheel or a Phantasmal Image. I'm going to take Phantasmal Image. There are a lot of strong creatures out there we can copy. Get some serious value out of that. Brimaz does make extra creatures, which is what our goblin thing wants us to do. Dragon's Rage Channeler, I don't love. I'll take Brimaz here. Not necessarily with the intent to play it, though. Helping Hand over Kellen. I think Helping Hand could get back some cool stuff. I'm going to take that. And we have a lot of good targets for it. There's Chandra on the wheel over this rabbit battery. Wow. How often can I get people with Mana Tithe, I wonder? I feel like not often. It's going to be tough. I'm going to take Play with Fire. I feel like I've noticed a lot of spare mana in my games so far. During Curiosity? Enduring Curiosity over a Draconautics Engineer or a Detective's Phoenix or a Sacred Foundry. Yeah, this card's awesome. Renzo, that's his back in the cube? I hate it. Let's see. We have some 2-drop fairies. We have Kaito, which is interesting. We also have a Shove Aside. I like these 2-drops. Ooh, there's a Flage. That's what I like to see. Yes, patience pays off. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Nice. Yeah, that seems great for us. We may be moving away from this goblin theme, though. I gotta be honest. We're running out of playables. Overlord of the Flood Pit seems okay, but I want this Steam Vents more than anything else. Ooh, Agent of Rafine. Card is awesome. Steals your opponent's cards at a low rate. It's a good 1-drop. Fabled Passage. Nice. We're going to take that over this Reckless Stormseeker. Make sure we've got enough lands in our yard for Flage, and then we can actually cast it. Take the Facebreaker here. Draconautics Engineer on the wheel. Over a Sarah Paragon. This card's pretty good, especially with Flage. You can give it haste. We didn't necessarily see all the things we wanted for this deck, but we stayed open so we could be 3 colors. And I do like the way it looks. I just don't want to play Grenzo. Take Shove Aside over Kaito. I think Kaito looks fine, but... Ooh, Legion Warboss. Alright, we've got all the goblins now. We're going to make it work. We're playing all the goblins. This is Enduring Curiosity. Are we just red-blue? We could just be red-blue. Yeah, let's figure this out. As much as I love the idea of playing Flage in here. White gives us swords and Flage. I don't think that's worth it. Do not think that is worth it. It gives us fewer fetches, but that's okay. We don't have a whole lot of landfall payoff. We don't. I mean, we had Flage, and that was it. So let's figure out what our cuts are. We might play Phantom Interference. Let's see here. Question really is, do we want to cut a land? I don't think we need to. We've got so many ways to loot. This deck looks awesome. I'm excited about it. This Arid Mesa gets our Steam Vents. Fabled Passage gets either one of these. What are we not playing? We're not playing a Stormseeker, whatever. We're not playing Phantom Interference. I think this deck looks awesome. Let's run it. Blue-red, fast, goblins, lots of card advantage, couple counter spells. Looks good to me. Mockingbird can even, like, copy a 1-drop of my opponent's. I did take this card highly, but it's quite strong. Well, okay, Jace goes to the yard with those things. Yeah, I think I should shove aside this Lotus Cobra before it makes any mana for my opponent. Any more mana, I should say. Insidious Fungus costs 1. It's exactly what you want with an Impetuous Lootmonger. So I could actually, next turn, I could play Mockingbird as another Impetuous Lootmonger, and then play Insidious Fungus for 1 and net 2 treasures from it. Excellent. Net 2 treasures. can't use the Insidious Fungus at this moment, but we'll get there soon. Okay. Deathrite Shaman, I haven't seen that yet. This cube is so fun. All these fetch lands. What are the chances they have a counter spell for this? Triple blue up. That works for me. What does my opponent need mana for? I wonder. Let's find out. Maybe they have a Sublime Epiphany. No? Okay. I'm afraid to play this. I mean, what are they going to do with blue? Like, they don't have... I mean, yeah, they can produce any color of mana with that. So I'm afraid they could do double black and do like a Blasphemous Edict. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I guess Venser wouldn't have really been worth countering either the 2-drop since I had treasures to recast. I don't need those treasures. See if I can keep my opponent off of something important by taking away that 6th mana. And we resolve it. Here comes the Sublime Epiphany. Had the 6 mana anyway. It does have many targets, but this is a particularly slow cast. Pretty busted. Sublime Epiphany decks are very fun. Sublime Epiphany is not something we saw in our draft, but it is fun to play with. Oh, that's awesome. Springheart Nantuko, Muldrifter. Nice. And I forgot to crack that fetch. Pay for the mana. Keeping up Counterspell instead. I suppose that's smart. Well, I expect to get countered here, but at least I can double spell next turn if it does counter. That works. Yep, Uro's going to be pretty tough to beat. We got Sublime Epiphanied. That is Cube for you sometimes. Had enough counter spells. Annoying. This deck we're playing against is really good. Green-blue is an awesome place to be. It's one of my favorite decks to play in this format. Yeah, we got pretty bad draws that game. Let's see if we can do a little bit better. Not being able to resolve our Enduring Curiosity, definitely the reason for our loss. But our opponent kept up mana at the right times. Venser, that's funny. What a cool card to add to the cube. We like Malcolm first. Kill Johnny. And Johnny is dead. Johnny definitely needs to be dead. Card is not something you want to have to deal with once it flips. Ooh, that's interesting. Could Phantasmal Image the Welcoming Vampire so that I get to draw extra cards? Or I could copy my Draconautics Engineer so that no matter what, I get a 4/4 next turn. But I like drawing cards. Oh, that's awesome. His Brazen Borrower's gone. Draconautics. It's not Draconautic Science. Malcolm gets to cast a free spell next turn. There will be no next turn. Good game. Cube draft. I definitely did not expect to be playing blue-red. But this deck looks pretty sweet. I go first. You get to play Draconautics Engineer on turn 2, so that on turn 3, I can keep up Play with Fire. Black and red. Those are colors that kill Draconautics Engineers easily. But I'm doing it. Wow. One, two, three for 2. I think this card sucks, to be perfectly honest. Able the Mirror Breaker, pretty good top deck. Collective Brutality. He gets to do his Detective's Phoenix whenever he wants now. That is cool. This card's awesome. Do I want to discard any cards? No. Quite a slow play. We'll get our ledger shredder out. Or do we just play Enduring Curiosity? Yeah, we'll just play Enduring Curiosity at their end step. Well, we don't have to find out what that does, because we can just kill it. Boop. Draw a card. Mockingbird can come down as a copy of Reflection. That is the perfect thing for me to Phantasmal Image. Boom. Big ol' Carney. Choices, choices, choices. We're getting rid of our Enduring Curiosity here. We gotta kill this Jace. We spun some wheels. We did some cool stuff. Trumpeting Carnosaur might attack us, but I really wanted to make a couple treasures with the Lootmonger. That is very strong. And take my enduring curiosity. Here come attacks. I should have double blocked that Carnosaur with the loot monger too. Excellent. Everything is going according to plan. Boop. Molten Impact's coming in clutch. You get to attack for 6 now. And then play Seasoned Pyromancer and draw 2 cards. There's that Seed Shark we didn't take. We're gonna get rid of Reflections. Nice. That's pretty bad. Draw a Prismari command there. Or sorry, to draw an island there. At least I can draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards, but let's attack first. I could destroy an artifact and deal 2 damage, but I'd like to draw 2, discard 2. Yep, this looks good. I'm going to hit this Seasoned Pyromancer on our opponent's end step. I'm afraid of that Detective's Phoenix and whatever my opponent top decks. Ooh, nice. I don't think they can cast that without a target to bestow it upon. At least it does thin the deck of lands if I play this and fetch. I imagine our opponent has like probably like 10 different outs they could have drawn here. There's one. Probably should have taken that out of my opponent's deck when I had the chance. I didn't really think about how it could affect this game if he drew it. That was pretty strong. Wow, good top decks. Our opponent has top decked like all 3 of the cards we didn't take from them that we saw. Inquisition, Seed Shark, and that. Was I the starting player? I have no idea. Let's see. I was definitely the starting player. We are running out of spells. I don't know how. I mean, we've got about as many lands as we do spells in here. Maybe not. Maybe 10, 11 spells left. 6 lands. But we definitely expect to see some lands here. That's a game that can help us take over. Or a card that can help us take over the game. I can't speak. May also just thin my opponent's deck of lands, I suppose. That wasn't bad. Wow. It's pretty bad. There we go. Just needed something with haste. Good game. That was a good game. Back and forth, touch and go there. Guess we had a bunch of cards that just made goblins. Sweet. 2 and 1. Blue-red goblins. I'd like to play Kari Zev at some point. Get a Ragavan trigger. Maybe steal a card from our opponent. That'd be fun. That'd feel like a real modern game. The first deck I drafted had Ocelot Pride, Goblin Bombardment, Ajani, Flage. It felt like a modern deck. It was really cool. I am a big fan of this format so far. I always love Cube, but this Cube in particular, super cool. I don't think Deathrite Shaman is worth killing instead of using Agent of Rafine. If my opponent plays a fetch land, I may change my mind. I guess at that point it's too late though, because they can just sacrifice it. Yeah, sure. That Molten Impact being able to kill our Legion War boss is going to be rough. Maybe we can bait our opponent into playing it against our 4-3 instead. I have far too many lands in my hand for my own comfort. Ooh, probably could have put the Meticulous Archive in here just for the sake of surveilling. That might have been smart. Thieving Haven is a pain in the ass. Pretty hard to beat that card. We're gonna need an Obliterating Bolt. Oh, it's so boring. It can only take out non-lands too, so it's extremely overpowered. I thought they had gotten rid of Heist out of this cube. And we've also drawn nothing but lands this game, so it's quite a snooze fest. Another land. 9, 10, 11 lands out of our deck. What the fuck? Even if you count the spells my opponents take, 6, 7 spells to my 11 lands. What a fucking eye roller. So boring to draw lands and do nothing else. What is this clown? Just not attacking with his Thieving Haven? Absolute clown behavior. We top deck something that's completely useless. Another land? What a fucking snooze fest. I could have napped through this whole game and nothing would have changed. I could take Lumbering Worldwagon, but Impetuous Lootmonger actually lets me get rid of something out of my hand, so... Well, that was boring. I'm glad we could all be there for that together. What an eye roller. All right, let's throw Meticulous Archive in so we have something to surveil with. And we're good to go. I still like this deck a lot. We've lost some games to our opponent's very high rolls, lucky draws. What can you do? We're 2-2. See if we can get a positive record. 2 trophies and 2 6 and 3s so far. Drew 12 lands to 7 spells last game. That's impressive. But that happens to all of us. That's magic. 1 drops. All right, 1 drops. I see your 1 drop, I think. Yep. I have 1 too, but mine flies. Better. Terrors of the Track is a pain in my back. I imagine my opponent kills Ledger Shredder just so they can get that trigger off. Predictable. Card is pretty hard to beat, though. That is for sure. Wow, what a curve. Sanguine Evangelist is worth a lot of damage next turn. What sucks about this season Pyromancer is we're just gonna have... Ooh, wait a second. I didn't think they were gonna block. It's perfect. Oh, they wanted to make a 1/1. I see. I get it. Okay, yeah, block 1 damage. I guess it's better to do this now, right? Because he got the trigger. I don't want to lose another life from that. This will make a double team copy of Phantasmal Image. I think that's going to be really cool. Here we go. I think I can safely do this. And a flying blocker. I don't need to attack with Malcolm, do I? Yeah. I only have 3 to block on the ground anyway. He's gonna have to block something or he'll be dead. Yep, it made a copy of Phantasmal Image. That is so freaking cool. Double team. Excellent. Good game, Karnak. Good game. All right, we have a positive record. 3-2. Let's see if we can get a couple more wins. Play some goblins. Burn some people out. Terrors of the Track is a beating. That card was just really good in Alchemy Draft. It's going to be really good in Cube as well. Sand looks good enough. What a creepy alt art. Clowns, man. Do I make a copy of my opponent's Ruin Crab and start ruining their library as well? I probably don't quite have the speed that they do, though, because I only have a couple fetches. My ruin crabbing strategy might be a little slow. That's a goblin. That is a goblin for the sake of General Crete. Yeah, the Ruin Crab is real. He milled our shove aside too. That might be the end of us. There's an obliterating bolt somewhere. There it is. Ruin Crab is boring. Ruin Crab Landfall, very, very boring. What a fucking snooze fest. All my opponent has to do is play a fetch and they can cast Uro. Pretty strong. Ruin Crab into Uro. I mean, you don't need to do anything else. Gain life, play a bunch of lands. Game's over. That might have been like all of our answers, all of our haste, all of our cool things we could do to our opponent. Yeah, Slow Gurk kind of shuts down everything. Well, I suppose I could have a Slow Gurk too. We're attacking with General Crete as well because it means more damage, and if my opponent blocks Crete with Slow Gurk, that means Draconautics Engineer survives. Ooh, might have missed a point of damage there. Is there anything we can do? Upkeep? I don't believe so. So boring. Nothing we can do. That was lame. That was fucking really lame. Terrible games. Down votes. Bad magic. Alright, moving on. Let's play some more Cube. Hello, drafters. I'm Kevin, and welcome to another Cube draft. This Landfall Cube is awesome. So many overpowered things you can do. Gotta find the right lane and make sure you get the good cards. There's a lot of variance in this cube that I don't like. See if we can navigate it and make a good deck. Remand, eh? Card's pretty good. We've got a Crucius, we've got Scalding Tarn, Flooded Strand. I like taking just as many dual fetch lands as I can find. Crucius is fine, but I don't really want to first pick it over cards like these. I'm going to take Scalding Tarn first over this Remand, probably. Maybe not. Remand is really good. Yeah, I'll take a Remand. Jace Vryn's Prodigy. Also a Lotus Cobra in this pack. I think I'm a little bit more interested in that in this fetch land meta. We're going to take Lotus Cobra. With all these fetches, Lotus Cobra is really good. I know I first picked a blue card. Had a good blue card I could have picked second, but Lotus Cobra's nuts. Breeding Pool. Spell Snare. I'm going to take Breeding Pool here over Spell Snare or Flood Pit's Drowner. Over Spinner of Souls. Some good cards there to pick from. But I don't want any of them, any more than Breeding Pool. And I don't know if Jace is actually that good. Does that look a little fast? My opinion for Jace. Once Upon a Time's really good. Generous Plunderer's really good. Probably going to be between those two, and I think I want Generous Plunderer a little bit more. Oh, that's tough. Generous Plunderer is so good. I'm going to take Once Upon a Time. See where it leads us. Fairy? Huatli, Poet of Unity. 3-drop, 2/3, get a basic land. Wins the game. Seems like it might be slightly better than Teferi. Though ramping into Teferi does seem like a pretty good strategy. I think we're going to try and do that. Emerald Collector. There's also a Nightclub Bouncer in this pack. If I'm playing blue, I really like to have a Nightclub Bouncer. That card is quite strong. I could see myself wheeling the Emerald Collector. Try and do that. Polluted Delta or Kaito? I don't like assuming that I'm going to get dual lands fetches. Kaito is really good. I think I'm going to take that. Ooh, a Watery Grave. There's also a Torrential Gear Hulk. Torrential Gear Hulk is a bit of a signal. I think I need to take that over this Watery Grave. That means blue is open and it's getting passed to me, which means I'll probably see Sublime Epiphany, maybe Snapcaster, maybe Counterspell. If we get Torrential Gear Hulk pick 8, we should probably take it. Took Kaito over Polluted Delta. That's okay. At least we wield this Flooded Strand. Take that over this Pylon. I do very much like Pylon. It's one of my favorite removal spells in Cube, just because it's free so often. It's hard to anticipate because you can cast it without any open mana. Disdainful Stroke. Or Vendilion Click. Vendilion Click gets the job done. But I don't think it's what we want here. We're going pretty hard control. A Spell Snare over a Flood Pit's Drowner? That's tough. But Spell Snare is really good. Look at these wheels. I think Kitestail Arsonist might be better than Jace or Sphinx of Forgotten Lore. Yeah, I mean, Jace doesn't even do anything. Card hasn't aged well. For Cube, at least. Maybe not even for Constructed. I'm not sure it's played in it, but I don't know Constructed. Alright, Oracle of the Alpha. This card is awesome. It lets you play with Ancestral Recall, and Time Walk, and Black Lotus, and Moxes. What more can you ask for? So much fun. This card for me is like the epitome of what's fun about playing with alchemy. Because they can do things like this. Not heist. Not heist. Ooh, a Chrome Mox? That card is... All right, we are in it. That is awesome. Chrome Mox. All right. Okay, we've got a Temple Garden in case we see Teferi. There's a Bitter Blossom in case blue-black is more the direction we're going in. I mean, it doesn't actually seem like green is really much of one of our colors, does it? Just because I have a Lotus Cobra and a breeding pool. So if we're just blue, what's the best card here? Chrome Host? Probably not. I think Bitter Blossom could be really good. Time Warp. We like taking extra turns. There's nothing else in this pack that matters. Just a bunch of expensive stuff. Double pips. Yeah, Time Warp's the card. Watery Grave looks pretty good here. Maybe we can wheel the Spyglass Siren or the Phantom Interference. Steam Core Scholar. That card's really good. It draws cards. It's card advantage. It flies. It's vigilance. I'm going to take that. And this cube is so fun. There's so many different things you can do. It's not a, this is the best card, that's the best card. It's a, can you make your deck work? We're gonna wheel something. I hope it's Kaito. There's that Teferi. We already have a Flooded Strand. Phantasmal Image is very good. So is Mockingbird. I'm taking Teferi, though. Make Disappear? Sure. Fading Hope over this Iridescent Vine Lasher. Yep. There's that Chrome Host Seed Shark. Hate Drafting and Nissa. Alright. Wheeling a Spyglass Siren. Pretty good for ninjutsu with Kaito. All right, what do we got? Pack 3. Treasure Cruise. We do not have enough fetches for me to want that yet. Meat Hook Massacre is a board wipe. Key to the Archive helps us cast things, but Meat Hook Massacre is a board wipe. I feel like we could use one of those. Key to the Archive does cast things, however. Yeah, this is actually the Meat Hook Massacre. That card's pretty broken. We should take it. It's not even the arena-fied version. It doesn't gain you any life. Super strong. Wow, this pack is empty. I guess Gix. This would have been a nice pack to get a fetch or a duel out of. Yeah, I guess Gix combos with Mischievous Mystic. Repulse? I don't have enough instants, do I? Inquisition. Either Repulse or Inquisition. I think it's going to be Inquisition. Here's a Meticulous Archive for that Teferi. Yep. Go Undercity Sewers, Hallowed Fountain. Hallowed Fountain helps us cast Teferi. I think that's probably our... But Undercity Sewers is a Surveiller. I want the Surveil land more than the Splash. Ooh, there's that counterspell. We still haven't seen Sublime Epiphany. Could we wheel a Cut Down or a Blasphemous Edict? I don't necessarily have a lot of faith. I don't think this is worth taking over Lonely End. Doesn't this like gain me life? Yeah, I'm gonna take Lonely End over Brazen Borrower. I'll take Brazen. Yeah, Brazen Borrower might have been a little better, but we have Infernal Grasp, Censor, Murderous Rider. I like Infernal Grasp because it's cheaper. We do seem to be killing ourselves though with a lot of these cards. Key to the Archive looks like a good pickup here over Nowhere to Run. Repulse over Stoic Sphinx kind of fits the bill. How many instants do we have? 8? Yeah, I have a lot of instants for Gear Hulk. I don't think I need Repulse. Stoic Sphinx is pretty sweet. Here's that card that I don't like. It's Chart a Course. We'll take Chart a Course since we have Mischievous Mystic. Oh, and we wield both Blasphemous Edict and Cut Down. I'll take the Edict. All right. That's when you know you're in the right lane. When you look at a pack, think, I would like to wheel either of these cards, and you see them both. All right. 44 cards. Couple more cuts. Any more instants we need to think about? And Confounding Riddle is actually probably perfect for our control deck where we want to find board wipes and the like. Disdainful Stroke is nice for those high impact spells. I think we cut Chrome Host Seed Shark. I guess I could cut Steam's Core Scholar. No, I like how that works with Mischievous Mystic a bit too much. I guess Gix does not look very good, but I do have Bitter Blossom, I have Mischievous Mystic, and I have these flyers. But is Gix going to draw me? Is that going to, like, support my game plan very well? I don't think so. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Blue. Gross. It hurts. I know. Yeah, I think Gix is going to hurt a bit too much. We're already losing life from Bitter Blossom and Infernal Grasp. I just don't think I need the other Teferi, really. But I might need... I guess... Do I need one more Planeswalker? This is like a serious threat when it makes 2/2s. But I think maybe we don't need it. Maybe I just do want Disdainful Stroke. I don't even know if I need Stoic Sphinx. I'm thinking about cutting a land, though, since I have this Chrome Mox. Chrome Host Seed Shark, I mean, most of my deck is non-creature spells. This looks pretty good. I mean, the deck is kind of low to the ground. Well, yeah, I mean, I have a 5-drop, 3... I don't know. It's got a nice curve. I'm trying to justify playing 16 lands. Really, Chrome Mox is the only justification. It does take advantage of the hand smoother that Arena uses. I guess the question comes down to, do we need Chrome Host Siege Shark? And yeah, I feel like having another fat butt flyer is kind of exactly what we need. Yeah, totally. Do we have other ways to draw other than Teferi? It would be nice to just have 2 Teferis. All right. Can we make this work with 16 lands? Could be tough. We have Chrome Mox. That kind of counts. Yeah, well, yeah, key is mana. That's true. That's true. Can't argue with you there. I feel like Chrome Host Seed Shark wants to be in this deck. I can see it looking at me longingly. Did you forget about me? But you have 19 non-creature spells. It says that in my text box. Fine, fine. Yeah, I mean, it looks like I have to cut something that's expensive, and I think Teferi is probably the worst card. It could be Steam Core Scholar because it doesn't actually block anything with 2 toughness. I like the way that works with Mischievous Mystic a lot. I like it giving me an extra card as well. But what does the deck need more? Do I need value engines? Yeah, Shark instead of Hulk? I don't know. But I am very much on the Shark. But no, I definitely want to play Gear Hulk. Just because it's going to copy a counter spell when I hit 6 mana, and that's going to be my version of Sublime Epiphany in this deck. I think Kite Sail Larcenist might be a little bit more effective than Steam Core Scholar in slowing down my opponent. But I guess my only concern is how do I win the game? And I don't think Teferi helps me with that, so we're going with Kite Sail Larcenist. Let's do it. Xander. The Xander. Wasn't Xander murdered? Didn't that guy get deaded? Alright. I hate this hand. I'm gonna keep it. But I hate it. I just need to top deck a land. Thank you, Dream Dragon. Thank you. Thank you for the luck. I very well may need it with this deck. This is a very aggressive cube. Not drawing a land there is kind of sad. Oof. Another missed land drop. I don't like that. So many lands. We did miss at least 2 land drops, so hard to win games like that. How terribly unexciting. That'll do it. That was boring. But I did not like my hand, and I kept it anyway on the play. And I missed land drops and got punished, so that was my fault. Okay. I could have disdainful stroked, but I'd rather keep that for a double spelling. That's quite a rip. Oracle of the Alpha put a Black Lotus on top of the deck? That's wild. Alright, Time Twister, but I get to untap and use my spells first. I like that. Make disappear looks like it might be a little weaker here. Our opponent has Censor in their deck. I think I should probably play this land. Kaito comes out in place of a fairy. Get to draw a card. After it hits, make another fairy. Here we go. Let's just return that to their hand. We don't have the counter spell for it, but we do have Infernal Grasp. If we let our opponent untap with that, then they've got 6 power to attack him with Kaito, or at Kaito. And I have a removal and a bounce spell, but I don't have a counter spell to back it up, and I do not want to be caught like that. Our opponent also has a Kaito. No, they're just playing Enduring Curiosity. Ooh, got a counterspell coming. What's it gonna be? Our opponent gets to draw a card, but we get to untap with Kaito. I didn't want to have to plus Kaito. I really wanted to do this. Just one counter spell to back it up here, but we're in a pretty good position. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I guess I'll counter that unless my opponent pays 4. That could have bounced my Kaito or my Chrome Mox or my 1/1 or my Mystic, all sorts of things. Making it cost 2 more makes that card very strong. That's why we picked it pretty early in pack 1. Our opponent attacks for a scry. They have an answer for Kaito? They're searching for one. Game, Club C. I didn't realize what time it was. The time has come for my stream to end. Thank you all for watching. We went 1-1. We'll figure out how this day goes. But we went 6-3. We went 3-3, and we're 1-1 here. We had a lot of fun playing a few different decks. Thanks for watching. I'm Felonious. See you next time. Peace.